You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Beyond the Gates fans, I want to talk about Hayley Hamilton's secret partner and whether it might be Tomas Navarro, since they are both throwing up red flags these days. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's dive into whether these two are working together, and if they are, why they might be. If you haven't subscribed, click that button. So Hayleys clearly up to something, more than one thing, I think. First of all, it seems impossible to believe that she really is pregnant because she turned down the ultrasound at the hospital. And then, these photos showed up of the gestating baby that she could have gotten straight off Google Images, right? Plus, if you remember, it was Tomas who walked in and handed Bill the envelope containing the ultrasound pics. And then Hayley walked in after that and said, oh yeah, the hospital sent them over because there's an issue with the ultrasound video, but they managed to do some screenshots. Very convenient, right? And just the timing of that had me wondering if Tomas might be doing Hayley's bidding, or is her secret partner or one of her more than one secret partners in whatever game she's playing. It makes sense that the photos would seem more legit if they came from Tomas's hand instead of Hayley's hand, and Tomas brought them in when Hayley wasn't even in the room. Over to Tomas. Bill has Tomas spying on his daughters, Chelsea and Naomi, which means we know he's okay being shady. Plus, Tomas has been entertaining Eva while also entertaining Kat. After Eva confessed Kat's dirty office trick, Tomas kissed her out in public at Orphe Jeans, which is dodgy since he's dating Kat. And then Tomas and Eva went back to her hotel room, supposedly for the book. They started making out. They started undressing. The only reason Tomas and Eva didn't have sex was because she stopped Tomas before they went too far. Eva said she didn't want to be a side piece like her mom. She didn't want to do that when she knew he was seeing Kat. And Eva said she deserves better, and I agree that she does. And Tomas then wound up over at Kat's place lying and saying Eva wasn't on his mind when she had just basically been on his junk. Tomas didn't even miss a beat, bouncing from sister to sister, from Eva over to Kat. And Tomas scooped up Kat's V card, but, it wasn't that great for her, which is kind of, actually an honest depiction, right? Usually everything on soaps is like, but we all know that first time for a girl, generally not that great, pretty painful. So I do applaud the writers for keeping it real. Then Kat told Chelsea that Tomas was doing the right things and she thinks she's broken. Well, maybe, or maybe it's just that Kat's spidey senses were tingling and her lady bits know he's a player and didn't want to play along, or it's just like real life when things aren't always perfect in the sack. And then Hayley had that mystery phone call the other day at the office. When she made the call, if you remember, Tomas wasn't in the room. And Hayley said, you had me worried. And then she asked if they needed anything and was told no. I tend to think that call was not with Tomas, though, because on the same episode at about the same time, he was over at Orphe Jeans macking on Eva. But even if Tomas isn't the one that Hayley called, that doesn't mean that she and Tomas are not working together. Because if you recall, before Hayley was betting and being a side piece and then a bride to Bill, she was a paralegal. So she worked alongside Tomas every day, a lawyer at the office. He's not a guy that comes from money. Hayley's not somebody who comes from money. They are, fish out of water in with these wealthy DC type elites. So maybe they bonded. I mean, who knows what Hayley and Tomas really are to each other. They could be plotting against Bill, the Duprees, and now Tomas might be pursuing Kat not for love, but part of some anti-Hamilton Dupree Richardson plot. He's cooking up with Hayley. And if you recall, Bill got the tremors around the same time he was saying I do to Hayley, which has me suspicious that she might be doing something to him. time. I did a video the other day asking whether she's running a long con on Bill if she somehow caused his medical crisis. And if she did, Tomas could be helping her with that for his own reasons. Bottom line, we all know that Hayley Hamilton is sketch. She's taken phone calls with randos that seem very dodgy, and she is lying about that pregnancy unless it's the biggest red herring fake out ever done on soaps. Meanwhile, Tomas might just be an indiscriminate manho, or maybe there's more to it and he is truly evil. And if Tomas is wicked and Hayleys wicked, maybe they're plotting wicked things together.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.